he has no authority or power to decide where he's going to be born into. Right? Some of us here are Chinese, some of us are Indian, some of the other races. We didn't ask, right? If you ask me, I prefer to be a Caucasian. Because you see, my eyes, my Chinese eyes, my mata sepek so small. Right? So what I'm trying to say is that we did not ask, but we are born into that family. And that family is that river that we actually flow into. So if you can understand what I'm going to share right now, you can understand brokenness. Because nobody actually asks for brokenness. None of us here ask for pain. Okay? So what happened here is this. There is such thing called challenges in life. As a child, for example, a child that grows up, probably at the age of 3, suddenly the mother passed away because of sickness. That's not something that the child asked for. But it becomes a challenge in the child's life. Okay? So, if the child happened to grow up in, let's say, GDPJ, and then with this disaster that's taken place in the family, the rest of us as family of Christ, we would actually support this child so that this child can go through the challenges of life and come out healthily. From childhood to adolescent to even being young adults. But many a times, when we face with trauma, especially trauma being bad things, we tend not to talk about it. For example, if you have encountered somebody touch you inappropriately, would you talk about it? No. Because it's a shameful thing to talk about it. But what that is shameful and not being brought up to light and to get help, it becomes a trauma for that child. So the child decides not to talk about it because talking about pain takes a lot of courage. So hurt people. Okay? So I'm talking about alcoholics, I'm talking about sexaholics, I'm talking about all sorts of brokenness. It's the same. Now, let's go to raising gender confident kids now.